You ever seen that old video of that chick whenever they banned drinking and driving? So there's a...
Oh, wait, yeah, no, I did see that shit. Where
Have you ever seen that?
I want a cold one or some shit.
Yeah, just like sometimes whenever you're working like 12 hours a day, you just want to get into your car and just crack open a cold one. And then there's a chick that was on there just like, first they're making you wear seatbelts. Now you can't drink and drive. This is going to be a communist country in the next... Yeah. I mean,
it's weird because she's kind of right.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Drinking and driving is reckless, right? But those are the risks you accept while getting on the road. You might just run into a guy that's had one or two too many, and you just got to cross that path when you get there. I mean, will your 3-year-old have to pay the price?
What if society, like when historians try to research our fall of society and they rabbit hole all the way down to drunk driving laws? Like that was
whenever they implemented them.
That was the thing that was like, fuck it, they don't need guns. Speech, fuck that. They totally gave us those rights.
Sad that right now we have more rights on Twitter than it seems in blue states.
I don't know. Hunter got kicked off the other day, right?
Oh, yeah. I got like a 12-hour ban for some stupid shit I said to Joe Biden. I can't remember exactly what I said.
Oh, that's what you...
Die in a hole.
Yeah, something about dying.
Said die in a hole, you shit dogs.
You just see that just rise up on the camera.
It's gonna get good.
Yeah, it's like Elon was such a big promoter of free speech, but I guess you can't just...
I mean, he will technically die in a hole. That is just an ipso facto.
I don't think he'll die in the hole. He'll be dead in the hole, but...
Okay. All right. I guess it's...
I mean, if you want to get like literal with speech, or would he actually ever really even die? That's assuming he is able to die.
I think that dude's been dead. I don't even think that's Joe Biden anymore.
No, I don't think it is.
Might be Johanna and Biden by this point.
Dude, I've been
they
listening
just keep switching the Joes.
Ever since that debate, literally everywhere I've gone, it's like, dude, this guy. Oh. I was like, you dumb fuck. He's been like this. Why is this just now a thing to you?
Yeah, it's not anything new.
He's been like this since 2015.
That's how his campaign was.
Yeah, the whole
Did
thing.
you forget about that?
They kept him in the basement because of that.
Yeah.
All of his interviews is like spliced together. His head's like...
Yeah.
It's like,
he did a 38 video with 9 separate jump like cuts.
Yeah, it's like
a 38-minute video.
No, 38-second video with 9 cuts.
It's like he needs to take a break.
Like
to say
9 camera
Charlottesville,
cuts. Had 9 camera cuts in 38 seconds because this motherfucker can't. You can't put 2 sentences together without.
I mean, the Secret Service has had to go find him on the White House property.
Yeah,
dude, they can't. Dude, I don't know if it's a real photo, but there was legit a picture I seen of Joe Biden and Jill Biden getting out of the car, and there is a legit Secret Service agent carrying a diaper bag. Like legit.
I heard about this, but I never seen any.
I can talk amongst yourself. I try to find a photo.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember hearing about this in like other situations where when he'd be like, some people made these funny videos where they would implement like what the Secret Services would be currently saying if as he's getting onto the White House lawn. Like to go around the back.
Oh, yeah. Whenever he missed the door and you're going to take a right on them. God damn it, Joe. Like, you missed the right. The eagle has missed the right.
Yeah. And you just see him like spinning and turning, walking in the grass.
Why does this fucker look like whenever he's done talking, he turns and it looks like somebody's trying to give him a hot pan of like cupcakes. He's like...
He's like, who's got the card that I'm supposed to read? He's just looking for answers. What do I do now?
Yeah, and it's like anytime you see him when he's a little bit coherent, his eyes are fucking like
just straight open, like
straight.
They might remove his eyelids.
Yeah,
like, he doesn't blink.
Yeah, dude. There's when he talks about in the debate when there's one thing he always says is 1, 2, and 3. Like gives you
it's
three
really
things,
annoying.
and he always talks about.
First of all,
he always talks about the idea of something, the idea of, and the whole time, like when he's going off of his 3 fucking things, 3 solutions to solve the problems of the universe, and he's not blinking at all. The idea, 1, blah 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 blah, 2. See, if it, like it's just, come on, man.
What happened?
Yeah. you see, like it's obvious. We don't even know what you said. It's obvious you're fucking retarded is what that is. I don't understand.
Oh, that's photoshopped.
you think so?
Yeah, that is photoshopped.
Has to be, huh? You would
Yeah.
think that these.
You can tell from the cropping and lighting.
Let me see.
Are you sure though?
That's photoshopped. As much as I really would like it to be real, that is photoshopped.
It just can't be real, but
I don't know. They do carry around these black duffel bags.
No, this one's a bright blue one. Like it's obviously an obvious
yeah,
mommy
that's-
bag. That is photoshopped.
you would think they would be able to hide it a little
Let
better. You would think they'd be able to hide it a little better, but because I saw it, I was like, no. Like, surely this guy can
Yeah,
walk.
you'd got me fucked up if I'm working Secret Service and you got me carrying around a blue diaper bag.
Dude, Secret Service would go bet you a roll of toilet paper, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I'm at least do it in a tactical way.
How do you go get toilet paper in a tactical way, dude?
No, a tactical way.
Yeah, tactical.
What, you just knee slides into the pantry or something?
Yeah, you do that.
That's
You do
pretty-
that. You just
That's a good synopsis.
you corner peek with your gun. You just and then you put it in a small tactical zip up black Molly pouch, and then you attach it to your vest, and then you just casually walk back. That's how you do it.
All right. Threats neutralized.
Dookie has been cleaned.
Shit
Dookie has
shit
been
paper has been secured.
When Gavin got here this morning and woke me up, he asked me a question that my crank hasn't came around yet.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
Hey, before we do, what happened? Where's our background music?
Oh shit.
Damn, though.
Damn. Go ahead. It's gonna take me a second to set this up. What were you saying?
Man, I got some severe ADD. I was just about to tell you also about Kylie not understanding Grimace Shake and Skibbity Toilet. And how
She's not cultured like us.
She is Mew. And I don't know if she's been doing her schooling.
She sounds uncultured.
Yeah.
What are you
She's
talking
been
about?
disowned.
Oh, that kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been disowned. She's no longer Skibbity.
She's got co-star energy.
Yeah. If Phantom Tax her last name.
Yeah, dude. Mew. She's so Mew and cheeky.
Cringe AF.
Yeah.
Music
Non-Ohio.
is on.
Grimace Shake
Jesus. It actually gives me fucking cancer sitting there. It's like I feel like I need another thyroid.
Yeah, I need to go back and do my studying because I feel like I'm mixing up the words a little bit.
We'll
and not
cross that
using them in
path.
the proper.
The only one I keep
context.
losing things on is one I don't really care about is the Skibbity Toilet because I can't see that. I can't picture myself saying that without pulling my cock back.
Yeah, I do feel a little tuckage every time I say it.
What, Skibbity Toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you push it down and
Yeah, it was
close your
like
legs,
it just
kinda.
it just automatically does.
Like
it,
try to
though.
get the foreskin around the tip.
Yeah.
Look, I've got a vagina.
It's his.
Bro treats his penis tip as a clit.
Yeah. Just rub it. Just rub.
Like for dinner for schmucks. It's like you grab a little magic marker and you draw a little face on it. Call him Mr. Winky. You not remember
I've
that?
never seen that movie.
That
Dinner-
sounds so familiar.
The dinner for schmucks with Steve Carell. Remember they basically just go find the most unique people, and they all bring him to dinner, and it's a bunch of rich people bringing on a bunch of fucking losers.
Yeah.
Just to mock him for the night, and then they give him the most
I
extraordinary
remember that.
person award.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's the mind reader versus the Steve Carell.
Yeah. I'm saying.
I always forget I always forget that guy who played Ant-Man again.
Something Rudd. Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Paul Rudd. Yeah, it's
Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Yeah.
Yeah, so Paul Rudd's the main character, and he invites that guy. He invites Steve Carell, who just collects dead rats, and just dresses him up because the mind reader is the one that stole his wife.
He makes like the houses and stuff for him.
Yeah, and both of them work for the IRS. I don't know. It's got the same energy as like Office Space. It's like they just had an idea and they're just like, let's see where it goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
one day it'll be a cult classic. Really.
to me, I think it's a really funny movie. You can always watch it and enjoy it. I think it's a funny movie. But continue with what you were saying.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Kind of spun a web, but
How did you word it? You tell your brain what to do, basically, and that made me think: do you tell your brain what to do, or does your brain tell you what to do?
well, first you need to give it some context. So, me personally, I believe your brain versus your sentient consciousness, are two different things. Because to me, if they weren't two different things, I mean, granted, I can explain none of the neurology behind any of this, but because I literally don't know how a fucking brain works, or any of the lobes, any of that shit, any of the millions of pulses and all that nerd shit, all that theoretical scientist ass shit.
Worst job ever.
To me, I feel like if every brain works the exact same, everybody would be just alike. You know, but I think it's your consciousness or your sentience that interprets the information, and which is why you get different personalities, different characteristics and stuff like that, and different perceptions. Like, I can tell you one sentence and tell him the same sentence, but both of you guys could understand it differently. You know?
Do you think that's just the different constructed neural pathways?
Yeah, but see, that's why I said I know none of the nerd shit behind it.
People develop like just learning new things, you know, like a manner of speaking, or you learn like different, like when you get better at reading a book, for instance, your brain develops those new neural pathways. And so it just could just be that you're helping your brain process things easier, you know. So but I don't know shit either. You know, I just a little bit the surface knowledge that I do know or think that I know.
So the only example I can try to find a way to articulate myself here is like, let's say you have one of these friends that you hang out with and everything, you invite them and all kinds of stuff. Like, you invite them constantly, you bring them out, then you always end up paying or something like that. You know, like your brain that identifies patterns and traits and characteristics of people, you know, will tell you you're being taken advantage of. It's like, this person doesn't care about you. And it's because your brain has noticed that this person doesn't call you, this person doesn't offer to pay. But you as a person are thinking that they live their own life. Maybe they just simply don't think about calling you. Or maybe you always just do it too much, like that devil's advocate. Your brain is just like, this person doesn't care about me, but you're just like, he's probably just got his own things going on. So you basically talk your brain out of perceiving that person as a bad friend. You know what I mean? Or am I doing a bad way of articulating that?
I think that's a good way of articulating.
To me, that's the only way I can think of it. Because to me, I talk to myself occasionally to help myself work through problems. because it's like it's almost like my brain will come up with an idea, but then I'll use my own social construct in a way to be like, no, there's a way to explain this, and then I'll explain it to myself, and then everything will start working together. It's like at first, it's maybe maybe it sounds like a mental disease, but
I mean that's an interesting point. But I also I would try to explain things to myself to where it makes sense to me, and then when I go to say it, nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
I mean, it seems like that's what I'm currently experiencing. But
what are you talking about? Because it seems like I understand what you're saying.
Like the way I heard it was...
Or is that what you're saying? Or did I not? Did I actually prove your point?
I mean, I'm trying to... Because this
I'm
is...
lost already.
Yeah, because to me, this feels like... the fuck is that movie that nobody can ever watch from Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh, dude.
The one that makes no fucking sense 8 seconds into it, where it's like the sleep movie or whatever.
Inception?
Yeah, Inception.
I've never made it past like 30-something
I
seconds.
think I've watched it in bits and pieces.
I think I watched the first wake up, and I think that's like legit 30
I
seconds.
don't even really remember what it's about anyways.
I've never watched it.
I feel like
I've never watched it from to completion.
Maybe it's because we typically don't talk about stuff like this, which is why it's so hard to understand it and stuff like that. I mean, you got to keep in mind, I spend a lot of time by myself, and I am constantly having to work through things. I talk to a lot of people, and I have to find ways to tell myself that stuff that you would normally take personal or perceive a certain way, I have no choice but not to. So I'm constantly thinking, every single day. Just at least the environment I'm constantly being thrown in, I'm just forced to. But
I think a lot of people are, though. I don't think you realize it.
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of time I spend I talk to a lot of people every day for a living. But I also spend a great deal of time by myself every day for a living too. And Hunter's probably the same.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind, I always use the analogy, like guys that wear 6-hour shirts, every single one of them will say, I'm a gun guy, but you gave him a shooting course, he would score in the fucking like 90th percentile, if that. Well, probably like the 40th percentile. He's not that good. And he can go to the range and be about this shit all the time. Just because you go to the range every day and shoot constantly doesn't mean you get any better. But people that go there dressed like normal fucking people and then just shoot and they just focus on their fundamentals and mechanics, they go there to train to get better. So just because somebody spends time by themselves doesn't mean they're using that time as a functional period. Like whenever I sit by myself, I typically spend time thinking, like actually using my brain and thinking and about things that I've been through today, working on how I could have done this better, analyzing things, because I literally am supposed to recall events. So naturally, whenever I'm not recalling events because I've finished that, I'm just sitting there thinking about myself and thinking about things I'd like to do, how can I get there, or different things I was through. I'll sit there and work my way through it to where how can I improve myself, and then some people, whenever they sit there, they'll just zone out, or they'll sit on their phone, swipe it away, and then just because you're by yourself doesn't mean you utilize the time. Where the same people that go to the range and just clack off a bunch of rounds doesn't mean they can shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the ability to shoot a gun. Yes, we see that because you've wasted $900 today. But then you got the guy who'll go out there with 3 mags and do more progress training than that guy ever will. So to me,
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
That's kind of where my standpoint is.
I think if you got people that's I can only speak for my own self, but I know that when after a while, cause when you first sit by yourself, you think about yourself. But then after a while, you stop thinking about all the things that's good, and you start thinking about all the things that probably you need to fix. So maybe those guys that sit at their gun range with the SIG shirts, They've just never sat there by themselves long enough. Because I think eventually, when you've got nothing but your thoughts, eventually you stop bullshitting yourself. And then you just start looking a little more inwardly, you know?
Some people are a bit scared about that. To me, that concept that I explained will typically explain why you have 40-year-olds who throw temper tantrums and get into fistfights over brake checking people, or like get mad that somebody stole their parking spot. Normal people are just like, I've got bigger problems. I'll just go park. I'll walk.
As much as I want
to
to choke you, I'm just gonna
just
park
like
over here.
you deserve to be choked because of your arrogance.
Yeah.
Because you think that you are more important than everybody else. But me, as a basic intellectual, I'm going to be like, or I can just not deal with it. I'm just going to park over here. Anyways. And then I'll just go get my shit and I'll be gone. Just some people, I think, that have not spent any time utilizing that time by themselves, because those people that just took your parking spot or get mad over a parking spot just drove over here by themselves.
Yeah.
But the only thing they were doing is just going to the store. I need to make a right here. Okay, now I have to make a, like they're just
going through the motions. They're not even
that's all
thinking
they
about
do.
their own.
That's why there's no substance to most of these people.
Yeah, they're not even thinking about their own consciousness. They're not even thinking about who they are in this world.
Those are the people that wake up on a day off and think,
today's my day off.
And that's it. They don't think about, God damn, it's fucking beautiful. Weather's fucking great today.
Speaking of which, it was a really fucking nice day yesterday.
Yeah.
No, when I heard you saying that, it made me think like, is your brain Gavin or is Gavin Gavin? Does that make sense? Like, do you tell your brain what to do, or does your brain tell you what to do? Or is it basic indoctrination from a youth, your parents and friends saying, you are Gavin, say mama, some dad shit, you know? And then it's programming that frontal lobe, like your hard drive, like you're on your computer. It's like the number that's this.
Yeah, you're putting in all the ones and zeros.
You're hard driving these things in, and then everything else is. Yeah, when you said that, I was like, man, dude, I've always thought like the brain's cool, but it's like, dude, I don't even think anybody could ever really break down the powers of a brain.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like just me listening to you and understanding
as complex as a computer is, the power of the mind, dude, I think is incredible. Like, especially when you start getting into the chemical realm of your brain.
Yeah, it's just matter, dude, and it's like,
well, it's like if taking certain substance that, like for instance, DMT, the shit that it does to your brain. I've never taken DMT, but
I've thought about it actually.
Yeah, I've actually thought about it just
I'm
because
scared to know things I don't want to know. Though.
Exactly. I don't want to taint shit and just be like, if I thought hard enough, there's a portal in that door right there.
Or like,
I don't know if I want to possess that.
Like,
that
say,
power.
I can't. I don't recall anything as a youth, anything from like under 15. And what if something was like really fucked up, like my uncle just like ran over my head or something like that? Yeah.
Now it wants to.
I just thought it was interesting. You made me realize for a split second that is a very impressive, the amount of energy and power a brain has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally think your brain and yourself are two different things. I think they're two separate entities.
I will say this though, by saying that,
you saying like your
soul
consciousness,
or spirit,
like you believe in a soul. And
I guess if some people, I don't know.
Your body is just embodying that element of you. Are you saying that your body is disconnected from your way of thinking?
Maybe that's what it is.
That
is because I feel
so
like
you actually think that there is no, the influence in the world around you didn't affect the way that you think?
I'm not saying that it doesn't. I think that's how I've developed characteristics, tendencies, behavior patterns,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I think it's only because that I have adapted those from my surroundings. And whenever I say me, I'm talking about the thing that's talking to you. Just my body is helping the thing talk to you.
Yeah.
I cannot talk to you without my vessel, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It sounds weird to say it like that.
That's
And like he said that like when you die, it just like pops off to the next thing.
So whenever, for all of us to be able to interact with each other, we need these vessels. And to me, I feel like when these things pass, they seek something else. I feel like consciousness is infinite, but mortality is limited, if that makes any sense.
So let's clarify what you mean by consciousness is infinite, because you don't remember what's before this. Unless either this is either the first time that you're experiencing consciousness, or
It is
every
the billionth.
yeah, and you
There's
just
no way of
you
knowing.
just your mind basically
Well,
resets
So to
every
me,
time.
what makes sense to me, because I've developed my own belief, because I believe in God, so to speak. Whatever
There-
created this.
I think it's irrefutable that there's a God, obviously.
Yeah, it's just I'm not a scripture kind of person. I
Yeah.
don't believe in any scriptures or religions. But to me, it's the only reason you have your memories, and the reason why you don't know if you've lived forever is because, to me, whenever your consciousness goes into a body, to me mentally, you become the person of those memories, because those memories are stored in your brain. And now that you have taken over this one, it's part of you now, if that makes kind of any
Are you
sense.
saying that your body's already preempted with memories? You just haven't experienced
No,
them yet?
you experience these memories, but upon being inside of a body, those memories are stored. So you develop them, but as soon as your vessel passes, if you go to another one, you are now developing new ones.
Oh, you're saying like
And-
reincarnation.
Yeah,
shit.
and like maybe
Yeah,
whenever,
like,
and like
full,
maybe
like reset.
yeah,
Like system reboot.
So to me, I think consciousness is infinite, because to me it's something that doesn't seem possible for a brain to develop. I don't know how to describe that, because I don't know any of the science. I literally, there could be an actual explanation for somebody who understands neurology to be able to explain how some of these things actually keep these things in check, like how you're able. Because I have photogenic memory. I can remember what things looked like. I can completely zone out and replay an entire scenario of what it's like to relive a scenario in my eyes.
Yeah.
I've got a really
like,
good memory.
I
It's
feel
just,
like I'm like 80% photogenic. I would say I'm not. Like some other people will recall some things, and then I'll like remember like, oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right, that did happen before.
I actually
this and
question
after
you guys'
this.
shit, because there's many times where I'm like, hey, you remember this? And you guys will sit there and correct me on what I remember, and it's like, am I fucked up, or are these two fucked up?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we don't know.
Because I'm like, forced
Realistically,
to
I think I
concede,
do know.
you
It's just I don't feel like thinking about it. It's
Yeah.
because right now I'm using a lot of my brain power right now.
Just to decipher, because I think it's a deciphering process to verbalize what it is that you're thinking about, what consciousness is,
Yeah,
to put that into words.
To me, right now, I've got a little minion in my brain that's like going through the files, like, what the fuck?
What
does this be labeled under?
yeah, bro, our CPU is running at like 90%.
Yeah, it's just like
Needs
what,
more RAM.
what would you even label
We need to go
this
hit a
as?
Good. Come on, Steven. Let's go hit a lick. Dude, that shit was funny.
It's like, is this under a category or what?
I was
Yeah.
talking to
What's a name for this?
What's the name?
I was talking to Deontay, and I was telling him like a couple of childhood stories. And while I'm telling him this story, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I remember this story. Or if I'm just telling you the story I think I remember.
I think that is what it is, though.
It's like, I wonder how much this story that I'm telling you If I was to compare it to the original,
like if you just like if you were able to go back in time and be a fly on the wall,
yeah,
and just see if like what you remembered when you told it,
yeah.
if that was as accurate as it is when you looked at it.
I was like, man, I think I'm gonna just stop telling these stories, man, because I don't know if they're accurate.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm just remembering a memory. You know, I'm not playing it. I don't know. I wonder if some people's brains are able to really mimic that. But I've got to where I question if I could. Yeah. Or maybe I'm just honest and just like, I'm pretty sure this happened.
It's a good guess. It's a very good guess.
I will say, I think one thing that has benefited me constantly is just simply just reading. Just reading alone. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. For me right now, the subject that I've been reading is philosophy.
I think reading is very good because you're.
But I think even reading like just fictional, like if you're like wizards and Dungeons and Dragons and shit, like you could just be reading that kind of shit, and I think that is even beneficial to.
Yes,
I think it unlocks your
mind,
vocabulary, and I think your vocabulary can articulate your thoughts.
Yeah, I think my vocabulary has extensively.
You'll be able to start
broadened.
visualizing what you're seeing and hearing.
Yeah, and most importantly,
Especially because if you're one of the fortunate people, which I'm surprised there's a lot that exist that don't, whenever you're hearing yourself speak in your head, because everybody has that inner dialogue. Well, not everybody. It turns out.
Yeah. What was the percentage?
I think it was 60%.
That doesn't?
No,
Oh,
40% don't have
That's so
an
weird.
internal dialogue.
That shit-
like
tho-
there's
tho-
motherfuckers really walk out with not a damn thing going on inside of the brain. Like, because whenever I'm walking past a sign, I'm just like, I just spoke to myself in my head. I'm just like, yeah, that sign is red anyways. And I'll just keep fucking walking. And then like my brain is always speaking to me as like, hey, this is what we're seeing right now. It's just like, that's great. Anyways, not
40% of the population, I would say, is just NPCs then.
Yeah.
So when you say, "Hey, excuse me," and they're like, "Sorry," so what? That means that minion just like.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to do this.
This guy's
That's
against
crazy.
my
I
code.
couldn't imagine just look, when I say I have the ability to think about nothing. It's not that I'm over there just like I'm over there thinking about something useless.
There it is. 30 to 50% of people do not have an inner voice.
30 to 50?
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's probably how terrorists are formed and shit. That's probably why all those liberals say those things that they say, because they don't think about what they're saying. I wonder if that's what it is. It's just they're kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Because I've always considered the fact that they know what they're trying to say, they just don't know how to say it. But if they've never honestly sat there and thought what they thought.
Yeah, but there's some kids where some parents have recorded their reactions. There's some kids who will like be crying and shit because they're just like, I keep hearing a voice. And it's like, to me, that's like when sentience is being developed, because some kids will get scared of their inner voice because they can hear their inner voice talking, because they're like looking at things and then it's speaking to them, but their brain can't comprehend what they're seeing or what they're hearing.
Oh wow, and they're just too dumb to realize that's them.
Because they don't know they don't know it's them.
Dude, that's
Bro,
I am not fucking around. I've seen a
is
couple
crazy.
of videos. There's only like maybe 2 or 3. I imagine that's a very rare thing to get.
Yeah,
Because
to, like,
that's
be
literally
that
two
smart.
mechanisms not working together.
Yeah,
That's
like to be
next
that
level
smart.
dumb.
That's actually being that smart and
That's-
just being too dumb to realize how smart you are.
Wow.
To me, that
sounds like what it is.
To me, that's
Wow.
really cool and interesting.
Yeah.
and that makes me want to get into psychology because it's so fascinating because it's such a complex system.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like you'd be really good in that aspect because you'd just be able to call out a lot of people's bullshit.
it would be kind of fun to do.
Yeah, but you
But I don't know
can't.
if
This
I
is
want a
something I've
PhD
learned
in-
is that you can't call out somebody's bullshit if they don't know it's bullshit.
Yeah, because to them it's their perceived reality and truth.
How many times have you guys called me out on my bullshit? I'm like,
Because
no, ipso facto, you're fucking.
Because there will be a lot of people who know a lot about the chemistry and everything like that. That will be. I just really overgeneralized the fuck out of that. That sounded very liberal and everything like that. But
dummy.
people who know actually how some of this shit works is they'll probably think that my concept on how this stuff works is stupid because I'm not backing up anything. This is just my personal beliefs.
Yeah, it's just high talk.
To me, the improbability, because the creation, to be able to create something like this is beyond our understanding of reality. Something that can physically make this is something we don't understand. So maybe that's why I think no hands could be involved in it, why I think that we're not a natural product. I think that what we are is something made by something else, but what we inhibit is something that's a natural product. I think bodies are a natural product because, I mean, I've literally watched one be created. I mean, you're talking to two that you have created.
My balls.
But are we what you created? Because whenever I say we, I'm talking about what's inhibiting these. Like, did you create the vessels, and then whatever is making the other thing supplies the vessel with the soul? I don't
I've
know.
always wondered that too.
I listen to a lot of people speak
And if
on
so,
religion.
do they charge them by the month?
I speak.
Need to get on to that business.
I listen to a lot of people with religion,
getting
and
your
I'm
soul
starting to
recoded.
learn now that when I talk to people about religion, when I ask them a question, I've learned now that they view me as attacking it, to where I'm just genuinely curious about it.
Yeah,
But
you can't really blame them either because
you can't, because they're attacked all the fucking time. They're always on the back foot, you know? And so I get it. So now I just know I'm not going to talk about it anymore. If I want to learn about it, just go to the book. But the more I've learned about it,
I would read the Bible if they made it with better pages.
Yeah,
they've got better
ass.
Fucking.
You'd be surprised how durable that actually is.
You goddamn! I've never ripped one.
Yeah,
I've never seen a Bible with a
never
ripped
ripped one,
page.
and it's the thinnest fucking page you'll ever lay your hands on.
But the
To
more
me, they don't crease. They don't fucking crease. Every time you open one, the only thing that creases is the cover somehow, and I don't know why. And I'm tired of that. And every time I'm telling you, you let your hand up for a second, that motherfucker closes. It's just like this forbidden knowledge. It's like, I'm just trying to know what Jebediah said to the bush, dog. Shit.
the more I
On that
learn,
philosophy and shit.
the more I feel that, what's that religion that believed that when you die, you're dead?
Lutheran.
Lutheran?
Yeah, I think it was Lutheran.
Yes.
Like a pigeon. Just dead.
Yeah.
I think-
was it Bill Burr? It's just like, yeah, remember what it was like before you were born?
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
It makes you like, technically speaking, because before you were born doesn't terrify you, but for some reason after you die does. It makes you wonder why.
Yeah, it's like you
also
get a
under-
glimpse of something so beautiful that it's when you learn that it's limited, you don't want to leave it.
I have finally understood the fact that I'm not afraid to die,
Fuck that.
but I'm afraid as fuck about not being here anymore. And that makes me not want to die.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I guess technically you're not afraid to die. I'm just scared to not exist.
That terrifies me. And it's not because I don't want to not exist. It's because this place is just so awesome, dude.
It's pretty cool.
I love the world, man.
Like the fact that we can sit here and have these screens and share this with anybody that's willing to listen. You know, I think
It'd be cool.
It's beautiful,
It'd be
man.
cool to talk to some of the people that are listening to this. Like, what do they think?
yeah.
That would be kind of cool. I guess you can do that Omegle shit. I wouldn't mind doing that shit.
We can go online one day, but you know,
On the line.
on the line. You know,
I don't-
do it live. I guess not
I-
online because we're not online.
I just think something that's really cool. Like if you were to open up the window, like looking at the grass.
Would you mind
the
actually
sky.
opening it? Because I do like to see the world.
Yeah, let's see, and we get a lighting difference too.
Just raw dogging your blinds. You ain't gonna open the motherfuckers up.
Damn, dog. Yeah, I just wanted it open. I don't need perfect clarity. Oh,
Like, look at that.
Yeah, mow your grass, dog.
I just mowed my grass, dude.
Yeah, why aren't you taking care of this beautiful green earth?
Man, I even edged the other
And
day.
cutting the fuck out of it.
Or
I
you
got-
or you edge in the grass or in the bed?
No,
That was a penis
that was
joke
yesterday.
of the penile
I edged the
variety.
yard Tuesday, Wednesday. I guess it is about time to mow it again, actually.
You just learned it's been a week.
Yeah. Well, it's not quite been a week, but that's pretty high for just.
You want to know
cutting that
something? So since we're on the topic of mortality and being afraid to not exist, somebody did the math on this, right? And this might scare the shit out of you.
shit. Do I want to hear this?
Probably not. But so you are
But I'm
20.
gonna
You are
tell you.
25 years old.
26.
26.
Thanks, Adam.
Whatever. I mean, y'all don't know how old I am.
20.
24.
Oh,
Wrong.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, you're about to turn 24.
Yeah. So
I thought you was a little bit more smarter.
so with you being 26 years old, right?
26.
yeah, 26. That's a good number, actually.
You, sir, have 49 summers left. You have 49 summers left. The average person lives to about 75, 80.
Yeah, after pussies.
Yeah, dog.
No,
I'm pushing that shit, dog.
I know, but what I'm saying is that according to what's expected of you, you have 49 summers left.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's not big numbers, dude.
Yeah. that's
And
not a
by
big
the
number
time
at
you're
all.
able to recognize that, you are 30-something% up.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But if you take away to the point where you're no longer able to physically do those things anymore,
Yeah.
you've got probably about 30 to 40 summers left.
But if it makes you feel any better, when you do become conscious of that, think about how long it took for you to get to the age you're at now. And you still got all of that to go.
Buddy, 2 weeks ago to me, it was New Year's. It's been 7 months.
Yeah, I agree with when you look at it. I agree with you there. I agree with you
I don't
there.
know about that. See how long it is. I don't know. Whoever the fuck turned up the tick speed on life, because right now it seems like organic matter is growing faster and dying, and the daylight has gotten shorter. That chick's tits are fake. The NBA's rigged. I mean, like,
I agree with that. But now you're
Our
thinking
president has dementia.
you're thinking of 7 months ago. Now think back how long 20 years ago was.
I can only remember back.
Put it this way.
think until I was
So
3.
think about
No,
how
I
long
was-
it took to get 20 years. 20 years from now, you will be my age. That's how long you got to go. And I'm still better than all of you.
Bull
At everything.
shit, dude.
At absolutely
Fuck
everything.
off.
Dude,
You
come
are
on.
known as
bro.
the
You get
quitter of catching waves.
Yeah.
The fucking
When?
natural falling motherfucker.
Yeah,
we
you
had a
just
name
stand
for it.
up
I
and
just
say,
can't
I
remember.
can't do this no more.
Yeah.
No, there's days I don't feel like it.
Why would you just not want to feel like
talk about
catching
quitting
waves?
waves.
Just immediately wanting to stand up, and as soon as you put your feet on the board, just
Oh, that's sometimes I suck. Doesn't mean I'm
no,
good.
dude. It was
I'll
like
be honest
we
with
had
you,
a conversation.
I think you
Hold
have
on,
the
hold
most
on.
loseringest board in here.
Hold on.
Nah, dude, I've been
Dad,
having
do you not
awesome
remember this
days.
talk that for like 3 solid weeks that you're like, dude, I just don't know what it is. I just get up and I just go fucking retarded and I just fall over. I just jump off the board really.
Yeah, but this was before the knee. That was before the knee.
That's cap, dog.
Yeah, that's. I think it's a lot after too.
'Cause
I just know
I've
that
don't get me wrong.
there's a lot higher success rate on all these other boards. That board I have seen right there, just floating by itself like this in the white water, because the rider,
I'm underwater. Hey.
because the rider stands up and then just crouch falls into the face of the wave and just like
grabs rail and just fucking
and just eats shit, and his board is just stuck on the leash, buoying out. It's like,
dude, I almost fucking had that shit.
I think
man.
you guys have a problem letting the 80s go, dog.
Dude,
How many
shut
waves
up,
have
man.
you caught?
This was just 3 years ago.
How many waves have you caught this year?
I could tell you the last time we went out surfing, which was what, 2 weeks
I
ago.
actually don't think I have not been surfing this year.
I wouldn't count any of those.
Okay.
Some people might though.
Well, I caught me some.
It'll take
I
me
got in front of
literally one day.
It will literally take you 5 days because as soon as you ride a wave, you're in. You either ride a good wave and you go sit in the car, or you sit out there and get hammered a couple times and then you go sit in the car.
No, that's not true.
When's the
I have
last
never,
time?
I
when's
have
the
never
last
accepted
time?
defeat.
Bruh.
Come on, dog.
Come on, dog.
No,
bro.
no.
Come on,
I
dog.
will
Come on,
be
bro.
defeated, but I will never go in without at least one. I will never just go out there and just, I just can't surf today. Oh, I'm going in.
Dog.
No.
How many times have I heard that? Man, these waves just have no power.
While everyone around you is
Yeah,
riding.
like my fat ass is actually riding the damn waves, and you're just like, these just have no power, man. I just can't fucking.
That's cat, dog.
Come on, bro.
You know that's not cat.
You ain't rode a good wave since the 80s.
That is so not true.
That's so not true
Okay.
though. But
I can tell you.
I'm willing to call him out on
right,
some
I'm
of the
just
bullshit.
But motherfucker ain't a liar either.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog. You the bottom of the barrel right now, though.
Okay, ipso facto. The
Just
other
because you
day-
say ipso facto doesn't make it ipso
it's in the-
facto.
It's Geneva Convention. The other day I went surfing.
Sounds like a liberal saying, and that's a fact, and you know.
The other day
Sounds
I went
pretty
surfing
biased.
for the first time this year.
Wait, say that again.
The other day I went surfing for the first time this year.
How many times you fall?
Maybe once or twice.
Bullshit.
Glad you're
bro.
keeping note of those.
Bullshit.
What are you talking about, dude?
You talking about just a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dog.
I know for a fact I threw away one wave. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, we don't try to throw away the waves.
I can tell
We're
you.
talking about the ones you literally suck ass on.
Well, I mean, that's subjective. I'm talking about the waves
Dude
where
hits
it's,
straight rigor mortis when he stands up, and he just.
He's not like that now. If you were out there,
he's not like that anymore. It's just that one spiel while we were in Melbourne and Vero.
dude.
This-
Yeah, it was bad.
dude,
Like I was
oh
actually,
my Jesus.
we actually felt bad for you.
Yeah, like
For-
every time you would catch one, we'd see you stand up. We're like, thank God, dude, he needed that. I'm not even actually fucking
Yeah.
around. Like we actually
Yeah.
have had that conversation.
Like, yeah,
before.
like me, Gavin, and Deontay would sit around and was like, dude, let's just give him the waves today.
Like it sounds like,
let's
we're
just
fucking.
like let's just.
No, it sounds like we're
sounds-
fucking with you. I'm
it's
telling you,
really
we
not.
might actually need to call Deontay.
Dude, I
because
guarantee you,
if he can attest to this. Like it was, dude, you sucked for a minute. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna
fine.
lie.
We're in Melbourne,
but you're
yeah.
also dealing with a guy with a 30-degree rotation of a knee. All right, and an arm that doesn't straighten.
Dog.
Hold on, hear me
I'm
out.
about to do the
Hear me out.
longest.
I
nasal
can get
saying
behind the
ever.
arm thing.
Hang on, hear me out. I have a fake knee.
This was pre-knee, dog.
Yeah, when it didn't bend.
Which one is it? Because you complain about it now and then.
No, I don't know, dude. I've been solidly surfing. You wouldn't know because I can't remember the last time I surfed with you.
It'll take me one day to catch up and pass
I don't think
with any of the tools behind me.
I can never.
Besides that, that's
it will
loser on
never
it.
be a real competition because you don't live in reality when we're doing it. You've beat nothing ever,
Dog, what are you talking about, bro?
ever. Don't get me wrong. You guys have rode some waves, but I think you guys see me fucking fall like a retard 10 times. I went through a bad spat there, but I can think of a million spats where you guys didn't catch a fucking thing.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
we
but
didn't.
where
but-
we do 1 million, you do 3.
yeah,
Huh?
dude, when
You're
me-
talking about you guys do 1 million bad spats. Yeah, but
When-
to our million, you do 3 million
Gavin,
bad spats.
Dad, when me, Gavin, and Deontay sat together and talked about passing up waves so that you can catch them, that's bad.
You think
You know
we're out
what's
there
funny?
just waiting on
Since-
waves?
all right,
No,
so
we're,
for comparison, The other day when we were out there surfing.
He doesn't want to accept it. This
he
is
doesn't wanna
denial.
No, that's fine. No, I just think that you guys have elaborated this into some sort of reality. The other day, I was literally out there surfing. I said, I hope Hunter catches him just at least one.
Oh, now he's just conveniently had the same conversation
Hold on.
with us. So
Hold
I
on.
hope he just gets one, man.
Me and Hunter has sat out there and says, man, I hope Gavin gets one because he's pissy as fuck.
Oh yeah, we've had those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've had the same, I've had the same conversations.
Yeah, but you've
as
never
you guys.
had a group decision that's like, man, this guy really sucks.
We've never actually deliberately gotten together and said,
How many waves you catch the other day?
Let's pass up some. I'm not counting any of them because I didn't.
How many
like
waves
any of
did you
them.
catch the other day?
I'm counting 0 because
Okay. How many waves did you see me count that you catch that you
Notice
would
how he
catch?
keeps cutting you off so that his
Yeah.
narrative is filled.
Yeah, dude.
How many waves did you see me catch that you would
It's
count?
like watching a budget
Say
debate.
say that again.
How many? You want me to write it, text it to you?
But you can just finish speaking.
How many? I did 3 times.
Just do it again.
How many waves did you see me catch that you would count?
Oh, that I don't know. I'm not really paying attention to you.
Okay.
There was probably like 3
Okay.
at least.
And
I would
you
say 3
caught
at least.
none that you would count.
I
Hang on.
caught
Hang
a
on.
bunch, but that
So-
I would count none.
The last day I went
Yeah, because they're
surfing,
kind of just, you just get on and kind of ride it. You didn't
Well,
really.
it's like if
You're
I
kinda
get
just-
onto if I get onto the face and then it like just ends when I get on the face. I just like
you're
I
kind of just
don't
on
count.
white water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just
You're standing up and moving on water.
you
That's
haven't
not
surfed since '93, so you don't even count in this equation. I can't even remember the last time I went surfing with you.
look at this dumb face. That's the face of like accepting the reality.
I mean, I haven't gone surfing in a while,
No,
but
Yeah.
I'm still better
Like,
than you.
put it
That
as-
must suck.
bro, I don't know. I've seen way too many days where you sat out there yelling at the ocean
Yeah,
For you
because it's
sucking-
disappointing me.
and you paddle in.
I have never paddled in.
Well,
Do not
and
even
all right,
try that
so you
shit.
wakeboarded a wave in.
No.
It's
So
better
you
than the
foam
paddle
ball-
of shame. No.
You foam
I
ball
have
down all the
never
way in.
paddled in.
You foam ball down all the way into the shore. You
Not
boogie
true.
boarded into the shore on a fucking
No,
12-foot longboard.
No,
we
sometimes I will just get in.
stand up
I will
just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, it's just standing up, and then I'll lay down to like paddle, so I can still continue on the wake,
Yeah.
and then I'll stand back up. But
So why
I've
is it-
never paddled in
Why is it that when you have shit days, which is a lot,
because I'm the exception.
you're the exception?
Yes.
But you have totally seen a lot of my really good waves.
Nope, never once. Not even.
That's the issue.
Never
That's
seen him
the
issue. Up. I don't even know if he can.
Yeah, I don't think
That's the,
He's got a walker under
Yeah, I
the
don't think
table.
these
He can't even.
surfboards have ever seen water.
the only thing we've learned.
Dude just
today
puts him in
is
the
that
garage and just mixes up like tap water and salt and just pours it on. Yeah, it's got salt water. Smell it.
You guys would be the ones that complain about the air pressure in Tom Brady's football. It's like you only beat us because let the air up. You guys just suck.
I can partially believe that with Gavin, just solely on
I'm not even gonna deny what you're about to say. I'm not even gonna lie.
it has no power.
Yeah, I use that a lot.
Dude, it
But,
was so bad at first.
dude, I'm
man.
telling you, there are some of the waves, man. But
The
all
ocean's
of
got
us,
5 minutes tops to give him away.
bro. Like, but you have to admit,
Or else
dude.
we're hearing all fucking
You
day.
have to admit, like, so all of us have had those fucking waves where we're literally on a wall with white water behind us, and you just right to the back of it for no fucking reason.
Yeah, but dog, you'd be on a longboard.
Yeah, and so that means it really has to.
But I would be catching waves.
Yeah, when,
Cheated.
It's not because you suck, though.
No, bro.
Or it's just a bad day. Are you going through a spat?
No. I'm a fucking G.
Gee, sucky motherfucker.
Nope.
Okay.
Not to put a
Anyway.
fucking turbine underneath my
Anyway,
board.
you ain't even surfed since like fucking Trump was in office. And that's probably true. When's the last time you went surfing, honestly?
I think last October. No, last.
I think it was
October.
before that.
Did he
2
go out in
Octobers,
St.
probably.
Augustine with
No.
me and you that one day?
No, I didn't go.
No. Yeah, I think it was just.
I
me and
haven't
you.
surfed in St. Augustine in like years.
You actually don't want to go to St. Augustine.
That's why I don't.
Dude, no,
I
it's
refuse.
way.
No, we were just there last night, and
It's all dredged out.
dude,
I know.
the sand goes almost to the end of the pier. Bro.
I know. That's why I refuse to ever go there. Like, you're telling me that trust me,
Like, you don't know, like, dude,
You
the
don't think
sand
I would
was-
know that it's fucking dredge, motherfucker? We grew up there.
Dude,
the
I'm
water used to
telling
be
you.
on the rocks that are no longer there.
Gavin, I'm telling you, the sand goes all the way out.
They got this big ass pipe with a ramp built over.
Oh
it.
yeah. They got a pipe on it that goes out into the ocean to suck up sand
Yeah.
that then they shovel out to throw on to the beach.
And they even
There's
have
a big ass pipe, and they made a ramp that goes over the pipe for the
Dude,
people.
these fucking people that.
And I guarantee you,
the
it's
city
because of that
planners-
fucking hotel.
Yes, the city they did that just so a bunch of fucking land whales can sit on the
Dude,
goddamn beach.
Let's put.
Dude,
this
they
in
have
perspective.
they even had a bulldozer dragging some big long thing to even out the sand so fat fucks can't trip their ankles and shit. It's really shit, man. Ruined it.
Need to use the bathroom. Here.
Hey, Hunter, pause that for a minute. I'm gonna swap my dogs.
Okay, so for the St. Augustine thing, dude.
I don't even like
for-
looking at this. Every
Yeah,
time
no.
I go here, man, I just like it feels like imagine taking the most annoying like D-Day veteran to Normandy Beach, and then he's just like, I remember, like that's how Zio feels whenever I go to St. Augustine. I was just like, I grew up surfing here, man. There used to be rocks. You climb down, and the water come into the rocks.
Yeah,
man.
we'll see the rocks by the end of the year. But let me go ahead and swap this over. If for anybody that's listening to this, they're on Spotify or YouTube. If you're not watching the video, if you're just listening to us, I
You
find
should.
you
You
to
should
go
watch the
ahead and
video.
watch the video real quick. Even if you're driving, do it, especially when you're driving.
Fucking NBC.
And look, if you see, here's the St. Augustine Beach.
This is in Florida.
This is in Florida.
Go ahead and switch
there's
the
this-
layers.
Well, I got a separate thing up here.
Well, I'm just
for- to
saying,
look-
put the layers on real quick.
layers.
Yeah,
Terrain.
there we go.
Oh yeah. Wait, did I?
The satellite.
Oh, whoops. This is the beach, or so this is the St. Augustine Beach.
The way it's
Here's
supposed
the
to look.
pier. Here's the pier right
No,
here.
this is not the way it's supposed to look.
This is the way it's supposed to look.
Yeah, you can see the rocks in
okay.
the satellite view right here.
I just don't like that.
This is the way that's supposed to look. If you look, the water's coming all the way up here, up against this seawall, and this Embassy Suites, this Hilton fucking hotel was not always there.
It was actually a nice little right point right
Yeah,
there at the top.
it was a nice open area. You were able to go down this road, and I think there's another area that you were able to go through over here.
Yeah, remember that used to just be a big ass sand mound and dunes.
Yeah,
It used to all be federally protected, but if you buy out the right politicians, it's no longer federally protected.
Yeah, and now if you go to St. Augustine today, what they started doing was a lot more dredging lately. And the issue with that is because at the end of the day, once they dredge it, it's just within a year, it's going to look back like this, a year or two. It's going to look just like this again. And I have cams here. This is what it currently looks like.
You can actually stand.
You can jump off that pier and break your leg.
Look
right
how far back
Are
that
you
goes past
serious?
now. Yeah.
That is what it looks like, and I don't know why they are trying to do this, but I guarantee you there is some political thing that's going on with the hotel because they did not do this. They did it every now and then before the hotel, but that was when the property was already like bought and they haven't started construction yet.
I haven't been there in months and months and months, but it was at least half of it was still water.
Yeah, and look how far back. If you look compared to the pier,
It's a good
To the
100,
shore.
100 and
That's
something yards.
It's easily like 300
past
something.
it. Yeah, they're ruining it in my opinion.
Well, maybe putting this on camera would be a good thing. Because I understand that there's a lot of people that
Oh wait, let me say this again. Is we're you don't have to look at the camera anymore if you or the
And now you
video.
can proceed to actually looking where you're driving.
Yeah. We're not liable for any accidents.
Apparently, it says it's only 100 feet long. That is
the pier.
The pier?
Yeah, that's what it's saying. Is
That looks way more than
Yeah, it
100 feet
says that
long.
the,
dog.
You can measure it right there.
Oh yeah.
I think you drag it maybe. I don't know how to do it on a.
measure distance?
A measure distance. Yeah.
600 feet. So that's
It's way off.
it. Literally
Way
says the
way
Ocean
off.
Pier in St. Augustine Beach is 100 feet long.
Yeah, they need to fire whoever
Wrong.
does their website.
Yeah, that's wrong.
I mean, a fucking guesser. I can throw a football 100 feet.
Bro had an actual like 400-foot cyclops that doesn't know his own size. Measure that shit. This is about a hand length.
He thinks his shoes are a lot bigger than they actually are. He probably has a
Who
12-foot
said
cock,
that?
too.
Let's go ahead and fucking
Blast
I
Shame
already,
them.
I already closed it down. I don't want
Oh,
them
okay.
getting any more search.
So every year you will lose beach, and every year you will gain beach. You may lose beachfront for 10 years, but the ocean has a really cool way of working itself out.
Oh yeah.
Every single year for people
No,
who don't.
Florida's going to be underwater.
Florida
Oh, yeah.
already was underwater.
How do you think it got here?
There's a point you made the other day about you could find megalodon teeth in the fucking
You
Everglades.
can walk in the Everglades and find megalodon teeth. You know what I'm saying? So that tells you. And dude, they say what 400 or 500 years ago, the Everglades was underwater. You know what I mean? So how are we flooding if the Everglades used to be underwater? We're not flooding. Now there may be some areas in the world where it is, but over here it's not.
But also, that's
you know?
a them problem.
Yeah, but in 400 more years, it'll be an our problem, you know? It has nothing to do with SUVs.
Well, it'll actually
it has
be
nothing to
somebody
do
else's
with...
Yeah.
problem.
It won't be
I'm
our
not,
problem.
I am personally not affected by these issues.
It's not because of Teslas. It's not because of Suburbans. It's not because of airplanes. It's just the way the world is, man.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it'd be because of Taylor Swift, if anything. You seen that bitch's flight miles this year?
Bruh.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna Google
Isn't she a
that.
vegan?
She's whatever pop
So-
culture needs her to be.
Yeah.
For anybody that doesn't know, every summer there's a place called Bonsai Pipeline. Every summer that reef
People
gets,
need the location.
it's North Shore of Hawaii, Oahu to be specific. Every summer, the reef is covered up with sand. There's a beach there, and
Hey, do you guys want some quick
Hold
information?
on, let him finish this.
Sorry.
and by the time winter surf season gets through, that reef is totally exposed. So every year it gets sand, and every year it loses sand. Every single year, it never changes. And instead of dredging these, there in South Africa, like every mile and a half or two, they have short jetties that go out. And you can probably find those on Google Maps too. And those jetties actually help preserve the sand. So there's no more beach erosion there because of the jetties that they built. So just quit dredging. You're putting sand on a beach. You're taking sand from the ocean that's been compacted for millions of years,
Yeah.
picking it up and throwing it on the beach. It's better off there. That is truly a foundation down there in the ocean. It's been there for millions of years, and now you're just ruining it.
And you're adding more weight to the top.
And you're spending
It's
millions.
like
Weaken the base, strengthen the top. It's like a hiking pack. That's not how physics
It's
works.
like an underwater avalanche.
But now, that being said, I totally understand because there are people that's got a lot of money. If you scroll down that, you see tens of millions of dollars
just look
worth
at
of
just
people's.
you just
Everybody's
scroll down
dream
St. Augustine, man.
either is or should be to have a home on the beach. And I imagine if you worked that long and that hard to get that beach house, I'd be pissed the fuck off if this hurricane season I don't have my house anymore. But at some point, you got to be honest and say, I'm the dumb fuck that bought a house near a beach.
Where the whole ocean is converging to one point.
At some point, you got as much as you want it. It's like I like skydiving, but there's a risk with it. You know, I would love to see the ocean at night, but there's risk that comes with it. I would love to see the ocean during a colossal storm, but there's risk that comes with it.
Yeah.
And if I go out in a ship because I want to see 100-foot seas and I die, everyone will be like, well, that's what the fuck. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah. You're on a 30-foot fucking boat and there's 100-foot rogue waves.
Not one person would be like, man, that's unfair. It's like, dude, that was your deal.
In 2023, because it's a conclusive year of how much Taylor Swift flew, take a wild guess how many miles she flown.
It had been over 1 million.
At least 100,000.
178,000
Oh,
miles.
shit.
But guess
how much?
178,000.
Man, get some, though.
Yeah, I really think.
Guess
very
what
badly
one of her
of
flights were. So she is an activist, right?
Taylor Swift is an activist.
Yeah,
Nah.
for like
she's not a proclaimed
no,
activist.
she's just
but
whenever
definitely
she's
uses such.
given
She's a
opportunities.
spokesperson for the activists.
So
Greta Thunberg is more of an activist than
one of
Taylor
her
Swift is.
flights were 13 minutes. You know how far she flew, like from her takeoff to her landing point?
Huh?
28 miles.
What?
She flew 28 miles.
Damn, it took longer to taxi.
Yeah, I
that
wonder
bitch,
how
dude.
much that shit costs just to
Yeah.
do that.
Probably took longer to drive to the airport. Like, it takes you 30 minutes to taxi. To get in a plane and taxi that bitch off, it takes.
Yeah.
Like,
She could have been to her next destination by the time she got on that plane.
must have been traffic. I can't stand her just because she always has her mouth agape.
Oh, she actually had a shorter flight that was 8 minutes.
Bro.
I've
Why?
I've never understood this the starstruck nature of everybody gets by her. I've never understood it.
Yeah, the following behind it. It's like a cult like fucking.
And to each his own, you know. But I've heard better singers, heard better songwriters.
Yeah. I don't understand how that is the person that.
There's definitely better looking ones because Taylor Swift is not attractive to me.
No.
Whatsoever. I'm pretty sure she'll say I'm not attractive either, but that's fair.
You're not allowed to say that we're canceled already.
Well, I'm not hopping on
These
Taylor
Swifties.
Swift, so you will never see me give her a piggyback ever.
Troglodyte looking bitch.
I just think she's just. People are like weirded out that Joe Biden smells everybody's hair. I'm weirded out that she can't close her lips. It's like she's always.
Which ones?
Her mouth is literally always agape.
Yeah, it is.
You just Google any picture of her, and it's like she's catching plankton.
It's funny as fuck. You just Google any
They're all
picture.
agape.
Oh, wow. There's one that's not.
There's
and it
one
looks
shot.
weird.
She
There
was
so-
mid breath in that one.
She was swallowing.
Or the only time
at
she does it
any
is
of
whenever
them.
she's busy mewing.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, even that one has slight agapeness. Agape.
I don't know if
She's
they
singing
think
here,
that it's something
but agape,
sexual or something.
Agape.
I don't know. I think
Agape.
she
Agape.
has a bad figure, not a good face. I think she's pretty.
Yeah, dude, the fucking bang. Get rid of the goddamn bangs already, bro.
Damn, this shit is expired for like since
Charlatans.
2013. Nobody's. I don't know
done with it.
why women want bangs. It's
Yeah.
not a good looking feature. I guess.
I think Katy Perry got rid of that like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think.
It was a thing back in like 2009.
I think she's the type of person that like whips people and shit. I think she's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some like BDSM shit.
Yeah, she's like some reptilian. Just some
Probably
weird.
strums her labia with a guitar pick.
Yeah. I think she recruits young people for the Illuminati. So that
She
a bunch
fi-
of weird people in goat masks can lick their backs or something.
Bunch of old dudes with stringy chest hairs and white underpants with red robes.
Goat masks. Just licking the center of their back.
See, I just
it's
I
like, it's
associate
weird that
with
I
them-
wouldn't put it past it, you know?
See, I associate like whenever I think of it, I just think of all of them like with the baggy arm sleeves. They're just like,
And you got like 9 people in a circle around them that just doing this.
Some eyes wide shut. Some sacrificial lamb, which is a 13-year-old girl on a stone plank. Just Jeffrey, go lick her back. She tasted pure.
tastes like the sweat of the innocent.
Oh, you look like we get some adrenochrome out of your ass.
That's it,
boy.
dude. She just she
This one
recruits.
would do nicely for the Pope. Put him in a Wayfair box. Send him to the Vatican. Have him treasured and placed with the other relics. He will be the next industry plant.
This is weird, man.
You are now the famous rapper Kanye.
It's just weird. It's weird. I get like the fanfare because like I'm totally a fan of a lot of people, but homie, when you're hopping on a plane and flying behind her plane to go see the show you just went and seen, man, if you're a parent, because there are parents that just chaperone fucking their kids and other people's kids, and they just follow this bitch's jet everywhere, and it's like, I think, man, you guys are like, you guys might not know it because you're just trying to be cool parents or whatever, but you guys are like feeding these kids to the wolves. I think it just seems odd. It looks like a cult.
Yeah, I just don't see how they can let their kids go and participate in things.
Why not
and,
be the
and-
one
hold
that
on,
they
and
wanna-
not research it themselves? Like to just like just like they're basically just their eyes are closed and the kids come there. Hey, I want to go to Jeffrey's house and suck his dick. Yeah, go ahead. I'll just grab my keys. I'll meet you out there in a minute. And just not even
It's in the
give
Virgin
any light of
Islands,
it.
though.
Yeah, like not even give anything. Don't even think about it. You know, not even look into what it is that they're, wanting to participate in, and not even think about their own best interest. Is this something that they should be listening to? Is this something that they should partake in? You know what I mean? I'm not saying like be a tyrant over them, but you gotta be able to tell them this is not in your best interest.
Yeah, you gotta
just be on your own.
you gotta figuratively do one of these every now and then. You know
I
what
know
mean? It's
if I'm walking down the
so
street
weird.
and I see a line of 1,000 people, my brain doesn't say, man, let's go see what that is. I see 1,000 people monolithically going to one thing. And I'm more
like moths.
It's like, that would be. I'm more
Like they keep hearing. bzz. They're just like sounds sweet. See what's you got? Just walk around the door.
It's just a weird.
Next.
It's like it's a
monolithically.
trend that just. I don't know. It's like I don't think they can tell you why they like her. They'll say her music's great, but man, there's a lot of great music.
I think of moral of the story. Whenever picking a new hobby, if you end up in the same place as Tom Cruise, it's best to walk away. Because whatever's about to happen to the witness, I feel like you're
Hey
a
man,
witness.
Tom Cruise is cool, man.
Tom Cruise is cool. John Travolta, he's actually higher
He's,
up into Scientology than Tom Cruise is.
Yeah, isn't John Travolta a little weird though?
I think John Travolta's a lot weird.
He's a Scientologist. I think he's a little bit weird.
He's a
I don't know,
lot weird.
there's
Very
something-
rich.
There's
Very,
something
very
we need
rich.
to look into on the Scientology thing.
John
because,
Travolta,
I
man,
think
dude.
that's one of those things you just dig a little too deep.
Yeah, you probably
It's like
can't
one of
get
the-
out
it's
of
like
it if
one
you
of
do-
those
You know
astro-
too much. You're
Yeah,
a part of us now.
Yeah, it's just you
can't leave.
Next thing you know, you're.
This is, like what's the like dodgeball?
Purple Cobras.
Yeah, the purple cobras coming out.
Purple
surrounding a group of 12-year-olds.
We are the Global Jim Purple Cobras.
You ready to get the
We will.
cane?
We will rock you.
Will.
Take his blood.
It's just weird, man. I've never understood it. Never understood it. I totally, because dude, I think I can totally appreciate good music. Incubus is my favorite band in the world, but it's I'm not hopping on a flight to go see their next show.
Nah, if it's like over here, if it's like 2 hours away, I'll drive there, sure. But only if other people are going. I'm not going to drive there by myself and just sit in a crowd of people just... just like,
What do they call
hold
Swifties?
the wheel and drive. And then just fist. Just like, this is great. I mean, I can't feel my 18 teeth in the right side of my face, but man, this is great. I'm glad I got to listen to this song for the millionth time, but in a lesser quality.
It's weird.
Listen to the studio versions. It's a time capsule.
Yeah.
All this stuff that even we're doing is a time capsule.
Besides
tuning
Pantera, seeing Pantera live was actually
it was great, but
and Slipknot and Pantera.
I
thought Incubus was awesome.
Slipknot, I will stand by. That was one of the best live performances I've seen. Granted,
I
it
think
was
so.
also one of the live performances I've seen.
Well, you just Google any live performance,
Well,
I think Slipknot's got it fucking.
I don't know.
They're-
It's a lot different
It's
seeing a
not
video
like-
versus having a 92-foot tall speaker 12 feet from your face.
Fight.
My
Yeah.
fight.
Well, yeah, but
12
you're
feet
seeing
from your face.
But like you're seeing 3 people just sitting there on the scaffolding, just sitting there, just rolling over and jumping down the stairs, falling on their back, and then coming over to start beating the drum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something pretty. It's really cool to see that kind of
They
stuff. The
do a good
performance, like the show in itself is actually really good.
I would have really liked to see Linkin Park live, but he was too busy doing other shit with a rope.
He co-banged himself.
Yeah. Was he with a rope, or was
I
he?
think him and I think him and this is probably gonna get us killed. So I shouldn't say this anyway. I'll
No,
tell you
say
all.
it.
Can't do it.
We are not suicidal. Okay.
And I don't watch kid porn.
Yeah. There's nothing that we do is nefarious.
I can't. I don't want to put it on because I don't want to die.
Just say it. We already made the disclaimer, dude. That literally gives you the opportunity to say whatever you want.
A lot of people believe that
With all due respect.
Bedingfield and Chris Cornell were killed by the Clintons.
Wait, what was the first name?
Chester Bedingfield, he's the lead singer from Linkin Park,
Oh yeah.
and Chris Cornell, Audioslave, Soundgarden.
Oh,
They
yeah, he
both
is
killed
dead.
themselves not too long after the other. They were really close friends, and they also donated a lot of money to Hillary Clinton.
That's what they get.
Or maybe they figured out where their money wasn't going.
Well, maybe when they gave them a lot of money, they were let in on some things, and they saw what they were actually doing, and they didn't like it. So you don't like it?
I think that if you get Hillary Clinton's phone number, you're basically agreeing to die.
Yeah, unless you do what she says.
If you've got her name in your call log, it's just a matter of when. Dude, think about like the amount. Dude, there has been more people she knows that has died than military
Yeah.
veterans.
30.
Like there are Navy SEALs that has buried less friends than
Why are you doing
Hillary
this?
Clinton. Dude, you're gonna.
Why are you literally putting that in the computer?
Dude, it's a long list, dude. Like it
Yeah.
could have its own Wikipedia page.
It does actually. The body count.
Oh, it is on
Clinton body count conspiracy theory. They say it's a conspiracy theory, but
That's the only way the author doesn't get killed.
yeah.
Dude, well, I googled
So it's
it,
conspiracy.
I
Nobody
Googled
believes
it
it.
a long time ago, and
Here,
Man,
the
we're-
list of Clinton associates.
dude, we're talking 100-something people, dude. It's insane.
Damn, they even got a fucking description of how they died.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them are either plane crash, arson, or drug overdoses.
Yeah, so it's the Clinton Deadpool is what they're calling it. And we just scroll down. We don't even need to read all the names. 46 on this one. And the most recent
Not included in the list are the 4 men killed in
Benghazi. Oh, yeah. So Florence Martin, we'll just do a random one. Account and subcontractor for the CIA was related to the Barry Seal, Mena, Arkansas airport drug smuggling case. He died of 3 gunshot wounds.
Self-inflicted. Three
Yeah,
self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
Bill Shelton, Arkansas State Trooper and fiance of Kathy Ferguson, critical of the suicide ruling on his fiance. He was found dead in June 1994 of a gunshot wound. Also ruled a suicide at the gravesite of his fiance.
And then right below it in January 1994.
This is not. It's not a. It's not a
Died
good
by-
look on them, but I
Yeah,
guess it
look
don't
at that.
matter.
Died by being pushed out of a window.
Oh yeah, but it's they claim it as jumping. Yeah, no, he was.
I don't
definitely
see where it
pushed.
says jumping. Pushed
That
out.
says push.
Yeah, that dude is totally pushed out.
Yeah, dude. Damn. That's
Another
fucked
one.
up.
Wait, what is this? one
Gunshot
say?
wound to the back of the head ruled a suicide.
Was pregnant at the time of her death. Bro.
Damn, dude. That's cold, bro.
So she did
She was,
like
she was
that
banging
shit
Bill
just-
Clinton. That didn't have an affair with that woman.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I just got the one under the desk.
Dude,
Got
look
the-
at this. She died in a one-car accident.
That's crazy, man.
Apparently one dude slit his wrist.
Yeah,
In the middle of an investigation.
We're not suicidal. We don't, we don't involve ourselves into shenanigans.
Damn, that dude shit himself to death.
Found dead on a toilet, June 22nd. Yeah, that's just crazy though.
That boy shitted his soul out.
Yeah, but
All right. Well, now that we've signed our own death warrants,
well, we
Yeah, we're cutting
we
this shit out,
we
dude. I don't-
specified that we're not suicidal. We don't.
We're not child predators.
Yeah, not any of those things. We just three squares. Just want to create
Sitting
and
in
talk
a
about
circle.
a podcast. Yeah, sitting in a circle. Yeah.
I would love.
do have to go.
What's that dude's that's been held up in that embassy forever? That is now his pigment is like a ghost on WikiLeaks. What's his name?
That Assange,
Yeah, Julian Assange.
Julian
dude.
Assange. Yeah.
Like we would have. I don't want to live like that.
No.
Clinton's innocent. Hillary 2024.
Yeah.
She's innocent, dude.
Yeah. All right. Before we go, I wanted to do a little segment. Every time we do a podcast, is just a quick little thing. Is what I want to talk about. I want to go over each law that I can come up with, starting that infringes on one of our rights. And for this one, it's going to be gun rights. And I don't think that there's any better one to start with than the first one, and that being the National Firearms Act of 1934, which this act imposed a tax on the making and transfer of firearms defined by the act, as well as a special occupational tax on persons and entities engaged in the business of importing, manufacturing, and dealing in NFA firearms. This law also required the registration of all NFA firearms with the Secretary of the Treasury. Firearms subject to the Act of 1934 Act included shotguns and rifles having barrels less than 18 inches in length. Certain firearms described as any other weapons, machine guns, and firearm mufflers and silencers. So
And
it
then-
did include silencers in that act, in the National Firearms Act. You have to, it's tax and background.
So they're not dangerous if you pay a tax.
no.
Yeah, yeah. That's basically what
They're not
saying.
dangerous as long as we say
Yeah.
you're.
All right.
And
It's just
then,
the only
I will
unfortunate-
educate people on one stupid law from Georgia. It is illegal to sit on the handlebars of a bicycle. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, I would have been a big time. That's how we got around when I was younger, dude. Dude,
Well,
we used to tow two
in
people.
Georgia. You weren't in Georgia then, so you
Oh,
were
that's
good.
true. So I was still. I live in a.
Yeah, I don't
free
know the
state of
laws of
Florida.
other states, but
Yeah.
as far
You
as
weren't-
Georgia goes,
You weren't an outlaw.
if you're homeless and you got a friend with a bike, you best be on the back.
Yeah, you gotta
It's
get
actually
the rear
illegal to
pegs.
ride on any of the pegs, but
Really?
mainly for some reason they specified the
So they're
handlebars.
just for grinds.
Sick tricks and shit.
And on that note, I'm gonna talk on to the Circle of Squares podcast,
Shall not be in friends.
and
Yeah.
hope y'all have a good one.
Hit you with that note.
Yeah.
Spit no block of chalk. Suck a little cock.
Hillary 2024.
That's sad when you fear that woman more than I fear Hillary Clinton more than I fear Navy SEAls.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Yeah, I'm good. Bring me Delta Force.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with it.
I would rather go and actually fist fight a Delta Force operator.
I would spit in Tyson's face before I said something negative about
You
it.
at least know who's in it.
Yeah.
With Clinton,